Welcome to today's broadcast. Basically, right now we're streaming and so now we're starting and now we're starting then we're gonna do then we're gonna do the news, a was talk show, then the Congress, and then we will end. But I suppose people might not want to come, but yeah, we'll see. I asked people to come, so yeah. Hello, welcome to today's news. It's 80th September, is now 7 p.m. and I'm glad to be the host for today's news. We start today's news with information that Phantom was re-elected as a marshal for this Regelstag presidency. Presidency will end at December, and since some people might come to the Great Multarland, we're planning on finally doing this majority system in each city. The two candidates, for example, will be at each city, and one candidate will go to One sec. But yeah, we'll see. Today officially and the XP rewards. People who have claimed XP, which are still, where is this? Eddie, so yeah, Eddie, Mur, Pathik, Phantom, Ahmad, Emma, Ink, and Kyle can exchange their XP to Lions. The current rate is 5 experience points equals 250 Lions. With new Minister of Architecture, there might be some changes in Mullet. There are also some plans to finally continue creating the Great Mullet. There will be a small neighborhood near the restaurant in AOS suburbs. There will also be a ski resort in Winter Hill and other stuff. And finally, the America Town will be done. And despite the various bad things America did, basically it's not supposed to whiten America's history, it's not supposed to whiten its president, current and previous one, but is supposed to be there for time zone, due to time zones. For me and for most of the people, time zone is either +1 or +2. For Americans, basically as the United States, Mexico, etc., it's either -6, -7, or even further. The time zone that will be in America Town will be -7. And there, if people will of course be at that America Town, there will be a New Year event fully dedicated for -7 time zone. So, our normal event will start near 3-4 p.m. which will be near 8-9 p.m. for us. For them through 4 p.m. There's less than 100 days to Christmas. However, as I noted before, the Great Militolent will suspend its activity. We don't plan any events at the moment. So basically news might not happen too. Newspapers might not be released. However, today there will be a newspaper for sure. Now time for sport events. Głębie 2, Wisła 1. Warta 0, Lech 1. Weather forecast. Gdańsk from 14 to 16 degrees. 4 rainy days. From 12 to 17 degrees, Warsaw, 3 rainy days. From 11 to 17 degrees, Krakow, 5 rainy days. Yeah. Anyway, are we gonna have a talk with today's guest? Cause I don't know, man. I don't know if there's even anything to talk about. I know, no, but still, I don't know if there's anything to talk about. And right now we have done changes. The AUS Congresses will happen even if there's only me. Because later these people can watch the Congress. Right now we will be doing the AUS Congress since there isn't anything to do. Congress like some sort of a talk on like TED or something, like some motivational speech or something. Yeah, basically. So guys, that's all for today. There won't be talk with today's guest because there is nothing to talk. Bro, come on. Well, if you want, you can actually talk with me. Hello, guys. I suppose that's it. Hmm? If you don't have anything to say, then that's all for today's news. Right now, we'll be doing the Congress. Actually, the talk show will be about something else, but in Congress, I will be the talker. And the topic for today's AOS talk show is about changes in school throughout this year or a few years. We will talk about if something changed or not, and if these changes have made this education system positive. For today, that's all. See you at. I plan the next news at 30th September, or I could actually do it on 24th. Should do it on next Saturday and Sunday if there will be need. And at 2nd October we might do the main news. Well, we'll just do news when it's necessary, when I have actually some information. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Good night. Actually, I'm also gonna check if there's like any anti-TikTok congresses that could be happening. Let's check. Actually, guys, there will be a fifth Congress At 24th September, the topic will be dangerous and offensive challenges. We will also mention the Chinese money. I don't care if YouTube is gonna take my channel down. So right now we're starting 7th Congress. Actually, its topic is maybe negativity of a 2 years of two school system, or why high school is not necessary. You can call it what you like. Dear people, welcome to another Congress and another topic that I want to mention. The topic that I want to mention is this high school. Basically, in Poland, middle school was removed as of 2017. The last class ever went to middle school as of 2019. However, and by the way, Minister of no, the main leader of the Polish Teachers Union in 1999 criticized the idea of middle school. And I'm not surprised, because if at because if a two school system is already bad, then how bad is the three school system? That's absolute. You know what? And I get it why there's kindergarten. I get it why 6-year-olds, 7, 8, 9-year-olds go to school. Because they can't stay alone without their parents. They can't. They're supposed to be cared of, and for example, if they're alone, they can be easily kidnapped. And you know why people do it. Why people kidnap children. To later get this money. But I don't get it why 10-year-olds, 11, 12, 14, 16, 18-year-olds go to school. They're already technically educated. Technically, they're already educated. People. Teachers say we need to be smart. To go to work, a great work, we need to go to be after a higher education. But the problem is that people after a higher education, some people after higher education, like some politicians, I assume, are after a higher education. And do they tell the truth? No. They are dumb compared to what they have. Maybe they cheated to get their diploma. I don't know, and I don't care. But what is the truth is that some people with a basic education, because I am after a basic education, are smarter than these politicians. What am I saying? Some people after, before even completing this basic education, 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds, 12-year-olds, you name it. Like basic education, I don't know, finishing their elementary school or middle school, I don't know. Actually, after middle school. Well, I don't have middle school. Europe doesn't have middle school. Anyway, I wanted to tell why high school is not necessary. People are already depressed. I was already depressed because of school at age of 12. At age of 11, I wasn't able to cope with this education of these masses of information that were happening, that were spread to me. And I was supposed to write a test on the knowledge. In physical education, at least in my school, in Poland, in physical education, Grades cannot be given for skill. If you're bad at playing football, you can't receive a bad grade. You can only receive a grade for your discipline and if you actually want to do something. But, for example, you can be very skilled from mathematics, but don't give a about that. And, or for example, you can be good at volleyball, but also don't care. However, you can be bad at volleyball, but put dedication. You can be bad at football, but put dedication. I'm bad at sports. I'm bad at PE, but I try. And that's what was rewarded. In my primary school, people weren't, there wasn't any 6. There were only 5s. Everybody received a 5. Even the strongest ones. Even those who had a 6-pack still had this 5. If you don't know, we have a grade system from 1 to 6. The same as in Switzerland. And now why high school is not necessary? High school is just a waste of time. It is 7.5 hours every day. Every day. With some exceptions. I have 6.5 hours in Friday. And 5.5 hours in Monday. But these are the hardest days. Because that's the day you start and that's the day you end. Now imagine there's this Wednesday. 2 mathematics at the start. Come on. 2 maths at the start, really. Also, high school just doesn't make sense. It only teaches you additional stuff to the stuff you have learned. There's nothing necessary you're gonna learn in high school. If you're even gonna learn anything, you're just gonna learn addition. This is just an addition to primary school. In mathematics, useless stuff are added. There is no addition. You just go forward. You can't cope with what's going to be at first grade, second, and so on. Basically, fourth grade, as we know, is a revision of first, second, third grade, and lessons are short until 1:30 p.m. or sometimes until 12:25 p.m. or even shorter, I don't know. But still, high school is not necessary. It doesn't teach you any necessary stuff. It is supposed to teach you very needed stuff. For example, what work can I get? To what university I can go? What to do after future? I am 15 years old and still don't know what to do. I have like a lot of job ideas, like for example, being a politician, being a footballer, being a translator, being a Roblox developer, being a YouTuber, and so on. It is supposed, and why it doesn't teach us the necessary stuff? Really, man. Why doesn't it teach us how to properly behave? Is this an education system or a hard work system. School technically teaches us that something in life will be difficult, that after something difficult comes something easy. However, going by a tram, by a full tram to get to school, or, for example, not being skilled at mathematics and getting blah blah blah, you didn't study, blah blah blah. Is that good? No. This system is a tyranny. It's enough that we have one school, and yeah, it tells us that we need to be after higher education, but what does a higher education actually do? You just have a diploma, that's all. You have a diploma from high school, you have a diploma for university, but does that add anything to your knowledge? It doesn't. Higher education only tells if you have passed math or not. If you actually passed your exams at university or not. It tells your age. That's all it does. Does it bring you new stuff? No. I have taught these topics of school being bad, and I didn't have, and look, I started anti-school meeting club before it was reformed to A, was in 2021. You know how, in which grade I was? In which class? 6th of primary school. And I still knew more than these politicians. I wasn't that mature as I am right now, but I knew, and politicians don't. I knew that I was used as a part of tyranny system. At 5th grade, I already knew that school is bad. That was when I was bullied. I can't complain about my school, but still, come on. High school. Is that necessary? No. High school basically is just an addition. And my opinion is that high school is just an addition to primary school. You can be smart and be after basic education. Best US presidents were after little education. Is our president good? No. And he probably is after a higher education or middle education, I don't care. So yeah. Although I like although it although although the people who have not passed the high school exams were mostly controversial people, agents, traitors of motherland. But still, high school exam, what does it really do? It only makes you able to go to university. What does a diploma from university do? You can only have a bigger variety of works. Do you need a university diploma to start earning money from being a singer or being a singer or being a YouTuber? No, you don't even need a high school diploma. You don't even need to pass the primary school. You just need to be talented. You just need to put the dedication into your work, and that's how you will start earning at the young age. And actually, I plan on becoming a programmer, but I have little time to learn all of these stuff. I just if I learn something from the first grade, it will be easier for me in the second grade. So I'll just have time to be like a programmer or something. So yeah, what I've said is what I've said. If there will be anything that I want to say further, I don't think I want to do to say anything more. Right now, we will have a talk show. Well, welcome to the first ever AWAS talk show. The thing I have promised about at 1st September, and now here we are with our guest. And wait, we are singing the wrong way around. What's this seat? So today's topic is if there were some changes. So in a couple of years there were changes to the education system. The topic of LGBTQ was finally brought up. In most of the countries, the topic of LGBTQ is mentioned. And the other changes that were done, for example, new subjects, and they were changes either controversial, either bad or good. Has school turned into good or worse, into better or worse, or did not change at all and it's still crappy? What do you think? So, has school turned into better, worse, or stayed the same way? Because in my opinion, it only improved by 0.1%. Do you think like that too? So I assume the school in general hasn't improved that much, I guess, right? Yeah, they don't want their students to be creative. They want they want us only to do by their own schema. However, I can tell right now that our teacher has asked if we're satisfied with the education system. And sadly, only the teacher has spoke, me, and the other two people. Well, I'm in a elitary school where you need a lot of percent from exams and great grades from Polish, English, and other stuff. But man, only me and the other two people spoke about it. It only proves that people are afraid to spread their opinion, even if they're asked to. They prefer to stay quiet, and that's what makes me sad. I believe there are a lot more people from my school who hate school, but don't want to talk about it. Do you think the same? And now I will tell something that would be mind blowing, but it's the truth. Technically, people blame teachers blame us, blame the video games for us failing the classes. But the truth is, even if I had got rid of the computer, I will still not have motivation to do it. I'll use a telephone. And if the telephone will be taken away, I'll use the console. And if I will and still I will not be motivated. Then then my console will be taken away. Then the toys will be taken away. And I'll still not be motivated. Even if all distractions I would remove possibly, I would still not be motivated to study. People, it's not because of school. It's because educate studying is just basically hard. Well, today I studied and it went pretty well for me, and I was pretty happy about that. I was pretty happy that I've learned some stuff. But it was kind of easy, and yeah. Um, so yeah, Eddie, I think you too would be demotivated to study if there will be no distractions. If I would have no distractions, no computer, no anything, if I was just in a blind room, I would be even less motivated because I won't, because school, no reward. Do you think the same that even if that if you remove distractions, you'll be less motivated? Well, anyway, so what do you think about these distractions? That if you remove them, you'll be less motivated or more motivated? In my opinion, that will make me even more less motivated. So yeah, tell me. Fine, I'm turning off. Yeah, I also think about my opinion 50-50 because technically, uh, if you remove distractions, you can be more focused. However, you can get a great grade, however, a good grade. However, you can catch a depression, but you can get a bad grade and have a good mental health. So the best thing is just get a to get a 3, and that will be a mix. And I would like to get at least a 3 from each subject. If you don't know, 1 is the lowest, 6 is the highest. 3 from each subject. I don't want to get 4s, 5, 6. That would be, if that will happen, that will be amazing. But from maths, from these hard subjects, I want to get 3. 4s may happen, 5s may happen, 6 may happen, but I need 3. If I will get 2 on some subject, but as I said, I need 3 from most subjects. If I get mixed 2s and 3s, then it won't be a problem. Is there anything you want to add? Yeah, basically, so from what we have both agreed, removing distractions may help us in getting a good grade, however, will demotivate us in further studying. For one try, it is worth a try. However, if we do it more than once, then depression, depresso espresso. And what did you want to add? You wanted to add something? Hmm. I suppose that if we don't have anything to add, we can end today's broadcast. Now, time for the program. Actually, the program for 24th September. And by the way, Awa's talk show will be about changes that will happen in schools if I'll have some news, but right now we don't have any news. So basically program for Saturday. 6:50 p.m. start. 7:15 p.m. news. 7:15 7:30 p.m. A2 Congress. About dangerous and offensive challenges. 7:30 7:45 p.m. Iowa's talk show. 7:45 p.m. and there are people. That's all for today's broadcast. Now we'll stand up. Come near me. Come near me. Here. And right now we are pretending that we are bowing to the audience. How do you bow? Well, I bowed. Guys, thank you so much for watching today's broadcast. Hope to see you next time, depending also on what we will do. And guys, it is 97 days to Christmas. We are very happy. We are celebrating this right now. And on 25th September, I will make a full. I will, or 21st or 25th. I'll uh, make some sort of early Christmas. Put some decorations on my room. Put a present. And yeah, guys. So thank you so much for watching and good night.